this team that have been meeting here since yesterday. For the last 2 days, we've had an intense and robust engagement with the business leaders, political actors, members of the academia, and other stakeholders from the South Eastern Economic Bloc. This conversation that has taken us through various thematic areas that are of priority in the consideration of the professionals here and the political actors that are present, that are of priority especially in the Southeastern Economic Region, is a process that is part of the new conversation we have in Kenya and the paradigm shift that we are causing in our political dispensation. We did promise the country a few months ago that it is our intention to change the conversation in Kenya. We are very proud that the conversation in Kenya has changed. Today, we are having the conversation of our lifetime around the economy. In the past, it has never happened that citizens at all levels are engaged in the process of developing a blueprint for purposes of forming a political movement with the intention of forming government. We are charting a new path, and we are charting new waters. We are very happy that every political formation at the moment are equally trying to have a conversation around the economy. We welcome all leaders to this all-important conversation in our country about the economy of our nation. I am very happy that these business leaders and other stakeholders, including political actors, have made a huge contribution to what will now be the framework of engagement between my office and the people of Southeastern. We have developed a broad framework that is going to be the basis upon which people from different walks of life in Southeastern will engage over the next 1 month. We're going to have meetings in different places, culminating in one meeting in Makueni, one meeting in Kitui, and another meeting in Machakos, where, using the bottom-up approach, we will consolidate the views, the priorities, the intentions, and the wishes of millions of Kenyans in this part of our country into a document that we will validate a month from now in another meeting of political actors, business people, the academia, that will then go into the charter that will form the agreement between the people of this region and the people of Kenya in general and their government next year. I am very proud that a lot of resources have been deployed by these leaders to put this formation together. Very many volunteers, very many people have made contributions, both in terms of ideas, in terms of resources, and many people from across the world have participated in this process, because we all realize that it is the all-important conversation around the economy that is going to transform our nation. We want to commit that what we have done in Nyanza, Western Kenya, the coast, what we have done today with the people of Southeastern, we are also going to accomplish the same with the people of Rift Valley and the people of Northeastern Kenya. We have every intention, because we started this process with the 11 counties in Central Province, or the former Central Province. But it has acquired momentum. We are today here in Oltukai to have this discussion, to first create a framework for engagement. I want to ask the people of Southeastern, in the next 1 month, we look forward to engaging with them so that we can get their aspirations, we can get their wishes, we can consolidate their priorities into what will be a charter between the people of Kenya and the next administration. I want to thank all the participants that have participated in this conversation here in this great Amboseli National Park, together with all the other actors that have facilitated this meeting. We have a short statement that is going to be read now by this team, and then we will conclude with a few other leaders making some small statements. Thank you very much, and we look forward to a robust, intense, wide-ranging conversation over the next 1 month with the people of Southeastern Kenya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for those opening remarks. Yes, we indeed spoke at length on how we are going to inject investment into the economy of Southern Eastern. That's going to uplift the lives of our people, and we have come up with a framework which is now going to be read to you on how we will create wealth for our people. I'd like to invite Honorable MCA from Kwavonza, Kitui County, John Kisangao, to read the first part of our framework. Karibu, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you, and good afternoon. My name is Honorable John Kisangao. I'm a member of County Assembly from Kwavonza, and also the chair of the MCAs allied to the UDA party. I want to read the following statement on our behalf. Press statement on the meeting between the Deputy President, William Samoei Ruto, and the leaders, professionals, and stakeholders of Southeastern region, that is Machakos, Kitui, and Makueni counties, between 19th and 20th of September 2021. The new political dispensation. We have had a fruitful consultative meeting with elected leaders, professionals, civil society, and other stakeholders from the Southeastern region, comprising Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos counties. This is part of the ongoing explanation discourse that puts the issues of the ordinary Kenyans, that is mama mbogas, boda operators, farmers, traders, pastoralists, among others, at the center of our political conversation. This is a process of drafting an economic blueprint that infuses in the architecture of the region's economic policies that contribute towards building an inclusive nation devoid of ethnic divisions and elite domination in our politics. At the center of the explanation agenda, the bottom-up economic model that focuses on the enterprises at the at the center of the explanation agenda is the bottoms-up economic model that focuses on the enterprises at the bottom of our economic pyramid. In these deliberations, we have agreed on a broad framework of economic transformation for the southeastern region around the 5 key issues as follows. A, agriculture. B, water. C, roads. D, economic opportunities for the youths. And E, MSMEs. I want to invite Evelyn Mwikali to proceed with the statement. Thank you.
I thank you all. And my name is Eve Mwikali from Makueni. I'm going to take you through agriculture. The southeastern region has a diverse agriculture-based economy, as well as a vast array of unexploited natural resources. The region is ecologically diverse, comprising of highland zones, medium elevation, and the semi-arid rangelands. Low agricultural productivity is the single most critical economic challenge in the region. In 2017, agricultural GDP per acre of the 3 counties was 26,800, compared to 100,000 in neighboring counties and as high as 240,000 elsewhere in the country. Conversely, it is also the sector that offers the highest immediate potential for putting money in people's pockets, because the scope for raising productivity is also very high. The main reason for this low agricultural productivity is water scarcity, given that the region is largely a low rainfall area and vulnerable to drought. This has made the region food insecure and dependent on relief food, which we refer to as molio. Accordingly, this meeting identified raising agricultural productivity as the region's top economic priority and water as the key enabler of socio-economic transformation. Within agriculture, the following were highlighted as the highest potential value chains in the region. First one is the fruits. Fruits are by far the highest value crop in the region, with an average value of 140,000 per acre. Acreage is still low. For example, oranges have 10 times the revenue per acre compared to green grams, but currently only 5,000 acres under oranges compared to 600,000 acres under green grams, the ndengu. It is clear that if every farm household in the region has only half an acre orchard, poverty would be eradicated. Moreover, fruits have very high potential for creating jobs through the fruit processing and other high value adding activities. We're talking about packaging and other export logistics. Thank you.
That was Evelyn Mwikali, a young economist from Makueni. The third part of our statement will be read by another economist from Kitui County, Mwingi Region, Mrs. Grace Mwimi. Grace, karibu.
Good afternoon. I'll take through our priority area on livestock. Livestock is a very important resource in the region. The total livestock is estimated at 1.2 million cattle, 2.3 million sheep and goats, poultry and beekeeping. Investment around areas of breed improvement and value addition are some of the key opportunities identified for both dairy, beef, and mutton. Notably, the region is producing 4,500 metric tons of honey, contributing 60% of the country's total output. Upgrading the quality of beehives and increasing adoption of modern beehives. For instance, over 90% of the beehives are still the traditional type, as well as modern beekeeping technologies will significantly have a positive impact on the country's overall production. This is an area where TVET institutions can play a significant role in the production of beehives and technology support, or the priority areas of passes and legumes. Passes are the most important crops in the region, contribute to 22 billion to the region's economy per year. They also contribute not only to local economy, but also national food security. Key challenge is low yields and lack of markets. Use of green grams are currently estimated at 230 kg per acre, against a potential of 750 kg an acre. However, even the current production market is still a big challenge. And where there is a big harvest, the prices collapse. Priority will be given to developing the entire passes value chain, from production to post-harvest management and finding market for the same. Or the priority area on water. Southeastern region has excellent soils and warm weather, suitable for a wide range of agricultural production. It is noted, however, the scarcity of water is the single most critical constraint. It was noted that there are several ongoing large-scale water investments, such as Dwaken Dam, Oman Dam, and others at different planning stages. It is noted that when complete, these projects have a potential to irrigate up to 300,000 acres of land. This, however, is just 5% of the region's 5.5 million acres of arable land. Unlocking the potential of this land requires irrigation. In this regard, it is important for the region to map all potential sources of water and available technologies for harnessing and efficient utilization of water, both for irrigation and domestic use. In this regard, the proposed consultations must ensure that all available knowledge on water resource is harnessed with a view to identify the short, medium, and long-term interventions that will bring the regional perennial water problem to an end as soon as is practically possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Grace. Now there's no better person to take us through the infrastructure framework than Engineer Gilbert Maloke from Machakos County. Engineer Maloke, karibu.
Good afternoon, everyone. My names are, they have been mentioned. I will take you through the key highlighted areas of infrastructure and opportunities for our youth. The southeastern region is expansive. At 44,000 square kilometers is larger than most of European and few African countries. The region's investment potential and economic competitiveness is heavily constrained by poor infrastructure. The consultation will identify priority roads to improve connectivity within the region and connecting the region with the national network. Opportunities for our youth. Like every other part of the country, youth unemployment and underemployment are one of the most critical economic and social challenges in the southern eastern region. The predominance of smallholders and traditional agriculture with little capital means that there are limited opportunities for young educated people to realize their potential. It is observed, however, that agricultural transformation that is envisaged will create a lot of off-farm opportunities along the agricultural value chain. Notably, farming contributes only a fifth of the value created along the value chain, while retail, input supply, processing, and logistics generate the other 80%. As noted, infrastructure investment, particularly water and transport, are imperative. It is proposed that consideration be given to the mainstreaming job creation in these projects, through labor-intensive technologies, building capacity of youth enterprises to become contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers in all the projects that are undertaken. Thank you.
Our last part of the statement will be read by Jackson Maweu. Jackson is a businessman in the logistics industry, and he will take us through the framework on MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. Jackson, karibu.
Thank you very much. My name's Jackson Maweu, and I'm going to take you through the micro and small enterprises, that is MSMEs. With the exception of the industrialized metropolitan zone of Machakos County, virtually all of farm employment in the region is in micro and small enterprises. However, like elsewhere in the country, these enterprises are undercapitalized and often access finance at exorbitant rates. The southeastern region welcomes the ASLA nation's commitment to provide accessible and affordable finance for the MSMEs. Opportunities for MSMEs development were identified in the following areas: agro-processing and other non-farm activities along the agricultural value chain, natural resources, in particular gemstone, industrial clay, that is into brackets, ceramics, building materials, that is sand, maceras, stones, etc., and handcrafts. Today, we have structured the framework for these consultations and agreed as follows. A, to ensure that an all-inclusive conversation takes root, we have agreed on a framework of engaging beginning at the grassroots with farmers, entrepreneurs, traders, cooperatives, and other producer and business associations encompassing all the key agricultural value chains, in particular fruit, trees, pulses, and livestock. B, count specific engagement consultations for the next 1 month with the respective counties of Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos. That will culminate in draft regional economic blueprint. This conversation, will be part of a national economic charter that embodies aspirations of and our commitments to Kenyans at the grassroots and especially the hustlers at the thinkers of our economic life. This is the new conversation. This is the new politics. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was the framework that we discussed over the last 2 days for our region. We were also joined by the clergy, and I'd like to invite Reverend Dr. Mwaya Wakitabi, who is a member of the clergy and also an aspirant on a UD ticket for Kadhiani constituency in Machakos County. Reverend Kitavi, give your remarks on behalf of the clergy. Thank you.
To His Excellency, the Deputy President of Kenya, MPs present, and all the Asla nations from Machakos, Kitui, and Makueni counties. We are grateful as a church to be invited to participate in the new Kenya that we want, a Kenya that leaves no one behind. The bottom up is about the least, the lost, and the forgotten. Those who are forgotten in economics, those who are left behind in healthcare, education, and other areas of the aspect of Kenya. So as a church, we join with upcoming government in the new year, and we continue to pray that God will continue to bless this country. When God created the heavens and the earth, He created Kenya, and He created South and Eastern Kenya. But He gave it to us to be the managers, to be the caretakers, to be the stewards. And the church takes serious charge in being that steward and that caretaker. For the church is the light and the salt of the earth. And so we want to appreciate the opportunity to participate in this Kenya that we want. And I want to conclude with some words from the Bible. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 22, it says, "For the Lord is our judge." That is the judiciary. The Lord is our lawgiver. That is the legislature or the parliament. The Lord is our king. That is the executive. It is He who will save us. And He will be the one who will save Kenya. But He's going to use us to do that. And so we continue to pray that God will continue to bless Kenya, bless this land and our nation. Let justice be among us so that we can continue to enjoy the prosperity that is in this country. With the good leadership, we can move ahead. God has given us resources, and He expects us to use them wisely for the advancement and betterment of all, old and young, men and women, boys and girls, across this country. And so we pray for the government of Kenya, the present one, and the one that is to come, that God's grace will continue to abide, for He is the judge, the lawgiver, and the king. And above all, He is the Lord of lords and the King of kings. May the Lord bless Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Kitavi. We usually don't leave the clergy behind everywhere we go because we see the hand of God in everything that we do. Your Excellency, please allow us to also hear from some of our political leaders. And I'd like to take this opportunity to invite the Honorable Vincent Munyaka, who's a member of National Assembly from Machakos Town, Machakos County. Karibu Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much. I'm Honorable Dr. Victor Munyaka, Member of Parliament, Machakos Town. You know, so many Kenyans are asking why competitors of the Deputy President are panicked. Today I can tell Kenyans they panic because they know that the Deputy President has a plan. Today, he had a meeting, today and yesterday he had a meeting with leaders and professionals from southeastern region of Kenya. And his plan is about changing the economy and empowering the citizens of Kenya. Whereas the plans of the competitors are actually to change the constitution so that they can create positions and get power. That's why you can see the competitors are uniting and forming alliances to face one man, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. But I want to assure them, unless they come with a formidable plan, I can tell them that they have been beaten hands down. Our Deputy President is doing something which has never been done before. I've been a Kenyan and I've never seen a political presidential aspirant collecting views from the public before going for election, which means by the time he becomes president, he is going to be aware of all the needs of all Kenyans. And it's for that reason that the Kampa community and all the people of the southeastern region are going to support the Deputy President 100% for his venture for becoming the next president of Kenya come year 2022. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Munyaka. Now I'd like to invite my home MP, the MP for Kitui East, Honorable Nimrod Mbai, also to make his remarks. Karibu Mheshimiwa.
I'll take this minute to praise the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to talk to my fellow Kenyans, to the hustler nation and the hustlers and the mothers of the hustlers. One observation I've made is that what we are going through has not been done to us by God, and it is not godly at all. And what we need is to wake up and make a decision about it. Then the decision should be followed by an action. We've been here for the last 2 days with the Deputy President of Kenya, whom we are looking at making the president of Kenya come the year 2022, discussing a framework on how the southeastern region of this country will benefit and how the challenges we are facing as hustlers and the mothers of the hustlers will benefit and will transform our lives after 2022. Because as we speak today, we may not have legitimate authority, but from 2022, I know with God's power, we'll have the legitimate authority to implement all the things we are saying. We've been here not to discuss about positions, not to discuss about power, but to discuss about the challenges we are facing and how we can deal with the challenges. And the framework we've come out today with, from the words of the Deputy President, will be subjected to Mama Bogas, to the border riders, to the very people in the down of the pyramid, so that they can validate it, after which we can start off thinking an action plan on how to go ahead with it. What I would want to say to Your Excellency, the Deputy President, I'm happy with how you've come out and the force you brought out and the commitment you have given to this, to the whole bottom-up and Hustler Nation narrative. What we are saying is the hustlers have been pushed to the wall, up to the limits. We can't be pushed further than what we are experiencing for now. And when you get pushed to the wall, you can't just sit there with your mother and die. You have to get up as a man and take action. We are a democratic country. We can't go for war. The only way we can go about it is through an economic revolution. And this economic revolution should be led by someone who has the mind and the spirit to do it, and the energy to do it. And all the Kenyans have seen it, and we are ready for it. And it's our time to get up as the hustlers and the hustler mothers, so that we can march forward with our vote and get our backs off the war we've been pushed through, and that will save our nation. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Sante Mheshimiwa Nimrod. Now take this opportunity. We are joined by somebody who really loves this region. He's also my friend, my older brother. But I think his region, the Rift Valley region, is coming next. And so I'm sure he also came to benchmark how the southeastern region framework for the bottom-up economy is going to look like. So, karibu sana, Governor Nanok, the governor of Turkana County. Karibu.
Thank you. When millions of Kenyans do not have enough to eat, do not have opportunities to feed their families, to take their children to school, and they're living below poverty level with a lot of difficulties. Someone from the blue who've been part of them comes up and says, I will provide you a vision to increase your incomes and to lift you up to upper voice and to be the basis of government support. Millions of hustlers have lacked that support, have lacked that leadership in the past. And we have one of them, William Ruto, who's gone through so many challenges from when he was selling chicken, he still sells chicken now, to when he was surviving with a Bible in hand and trying to use the other hand to try and earn a living, saying he is going to provide that opportunity to them and he's going to form government together with them. These believers did not believe this. They thought he was just a joke. These believers
of the message to Hustler Nation thought William Ruto was just joking. Just like they have always been dismissive of hustlers. There is nothing a hustler will say, and it is treated as some important information to plan for. When he said he has a plan, it's been dismissed. When he said that plan is bottom-up, to lift up the millions of hustlers, that plan was being dismissed. And yet, our very Constitution has talked about lifting up every Kenyan. And in fact, underlines, and even recently by the Court of Appeal, that public participation involving the people is going to be the critical cornerstone of any government administration. And indeed, this process that we've gone through today and yesterday, engaging with the leadership and professionals of Southern Eastern region, is a process that is going to be culminating into people of the 3 counties of Makueni, Kitui, and Machakos, providing their inputs, providing their priorities, and telling their candidate, their clerk, that this is our priorities for you to form government, and this is our priorities that should inform your campaign in the next 11 months that are remaining into election. I am glad this is a process that is also going across all regions. Every region in Kenya is at different stages of consultation with the people, and so that we enable this process to move forward. And I'm also glad that our candidate for 2022, the hustler candidate for 2022, is a serious candidate who wants to vie in 2022 as serious as him, because he has that plan, he has that priority informed by the people. And I believe, and I urge on the Hustler Nation to stand firm with him, to join him in this journey, and to make sure that he delivers on this on August 2022 and takes up government to be able to implement this new program that is basically going to be focusing on them. Indeed, this is a change of conversation. This is a new, this is a move away from the status quo. This is a move away from the old way of doing things. And I do urge all those who are still stuck in that past, this is your time to join the Hustler Nation. This is your time to join hands with William Ruto and all leaders to be able to deliver on this dream that is going to make Kenya, that is going to make Kenya move to the next level of development, and supporting its people as citizens of this country and not as individual tribes. I think that conversation has changed, and that conversation is something that we will not be going back into. And so I urge all my colleagues, let's move forward, let's build that army that wins the next election, so that all those other candidates that are now playing their bets, in fact, very weak bets, against the only candidate who have a plan for Kenya, to place down their bets and join into the Hustler Nation, so that we can be able to deliver this country as one country and as one Kenya. I thank you.
Before I request our chairman for our party, Senator Modhama, to come and close this meeting, I just want to take this opportunity to wish all the delegates safe travels back to wherever you're going, and also Your Excellency, tukuambie hapa sisi watu wa Ukambani, sisi watu wa Southeastern tumejipanga na tumejipanga na wewe, and thank you very much for giving us an opportunity to share with you these last 2 days and to give you our wishes for how we would like our region to be uplifted, and we are sure you will deliver. Senator Modhama, karibu.
Huyo amefurahi akawacha kofia yake hapa. Na mimi nachukua nafasi hii kama mwenyekiti wa kitaifa wa chama chetu cha UDA. Kwanza nimshukuru sana naibu wa rais kwa kukubali kuwa nasi siku ya leo. Na niseme kwamba wanenaji waliotangulia mbele yangu waliweza kusakata maneno kwa lugha ya Kimombo. Na mimi nataka nichukue nafasi hii niwaambie wasikilizaji wa Kiswahili kwamba wataweza kufahamu vile vile yaliyokuwa yakiendelea hapa. Ninausa sera ya chama ambacho kwa sasa ndicho chama kinaongoza kwa wingi wa wafuasi na maono ya uongozi katika taifa letu, chama cha UDA. Katika taifa letu toka uongozi uanze, hakuna chama kilichoweza kuwa na maono na uongozi wa mtarajiwa wa kirais kama maono yaliyoko sasa na chama cha UDA chini ya uongozi wa naibu wa rais Daktari William Samoei Ruto. Hii ni mara ya kwanza katika taifa letu kuona kwamba wananchi kutoka chini vijijini wakitumia watoto wasomi wao wanakusanyika pamoja na kuweza kutoa mapendekezo ambayo yanahitajika katika sehemu walikozaliwa. Siasa kwa kawaida huwa asizungumzii mambo namna hiyo, hiyo nafasi hakuna, na mambo ya kiuchumi inakuwa haitajwi hata kutamkwa kwa hata sekundi moja. Lakini kwa sasa tumeshuhudia kwamba waliokuwa wakimthairi, waliokuwa wakimdharau, waliokuwa wakimtania naibu wa rais maneno anayoongea hayawezekani, nafikiri sasa wameweza kuona maneno yao ilikuwa ni maneno ya kitaharuki, kasheshe na sokomoko ambayo iliwabidi wabandirike ili waongee maneno ya uchumi ndio waweze kusikilizwa na wananchi wa Kenya. Na hii imebandilisha sura ya siasa ya Kenya, na hapo ndio tunaelekea. Kwa hivyo nataka kutoa mwito kwa Wakenya wote pahali walipo, wale ambao hawajaweza kuleta makusudio yao katika mazungumzo ya kiwazi na hadharani inayomhusisha naibu wa rais ambaye tunategemea bila shaka kuwa rais wa Kenya wa 5, wafanye hivyo haraka iwezekanavyo ili mahitaji yao yaweza kuangaliwa na kutimizwa uongozi utakapoingia ambao utaletwa na wananchi wa Kenya. Jambo la mwisho, ikiwa katika taifa letu tutashikana pamoja na kuungana na kukosa misingi yetu ya kikabila na kuangalia kwamba tunazungumzia taifa moja, hapo ndio tutaweza kuenda mbele na kuweza kupata maendeleo tunayohitaji. Na ndio tunasema katika UDA, labda hatujafikiria kuanza kushawishi watu kuunda mtu chama chake katika taifa letu na mwisho kuishia na vyama milioni 40 na kwenda juu, kwa sababu itakuwa ni thibitisho kwamba bora uwe na chama unakaa kwenye mesa ya kuzungumzia uongozi hata kama ni wewe peke yako. Kwa hivyo tunasema hivi ili taifa hili letu liweze kuungana. Tunataka kuona muungano wa Kenya chini ya chama kimoja, na chama tulicho nacho sasa ni UDA. Wale wengine wana vyama vyao vidogo, nataka kuwaomba radhi na heshima kuu, kama hawataki kugawanya Kenya kulingana na vyama vya kikabila, na wao washikane pamoja ili tuonane hana kwa hana tukiwa tunazungumzia umoja wa Wakenya, lakini sio kuzungumzia ukabila. Mheshimiwa Vincent Kawaya Musyoka wa Mwala alikuwa hawe na sisi, lakini amesafiri kwenda Ulaya kule Canada, na yuko kule. Amesema tumsamehe kwa sababu hakuwa na sisi, lakini tujue kwamba ndani ya moyo wake, mawazo yake, yuko pamoja na sisi. Kwa hivyo tunakutakia kila laheri, naibu wa rais, na kukwambia uendelee kuongoza taifa letu namna hiyo kwa mapenzi makubwa, bila kuweka Wakenya katika vikapu vya kikabila. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Asante sana chairman. Nafikiri utatuambia hii kitu inaitwa sokomoko ni nini. Najua tutaelewa. Nafikiri ni muhimu kusema hapa, ile mazungumzo tulikuwa nayo hapa ilikuwa mwanzo wa kufikiria zile vitu tutafanya kuinua uchumi ya watu wa Ukambani ama South Eastern Region. Tumekubaliana sisi sote kutoka hapa tutarudi mashinani. Tutaenda kuongea na mwananchi wa kawaida kutoka kaunti zetu 3 za Makueni, Machakos na Kitui. Tutawaeleza zile fikira mmesikia hapa kuhusu agriculture, kuhusu mambo ya infrastructure na mabiashara, kuhusu mambo ya ufugaji. Ndio wao wenyewe watuambie, kwa sababu sera zetu zinasema bottom up. Tunaanzia huko chini kukuja juu. Hao watu wa kawaida tumekubaliana tuwarudie huko mashinani, ndio tuwaeleze vile tumesema hapa, na wao watupatie maoni yao. Watuambie nini muhimu kwao huko mashinani, ndio tujenge mafamilia yao, na tuhakikishe kaunti zetu 3 zitoke mahali ziko zikuje juu, watu wetu wasaidike. Tukimaliza hiyo, tena tutakuwa na kitu tunaita county caucus, na hiyo tutawaita pia mkuje msikie vile tumekubaliana huko. Tutakuwa tunapeleka hiyo report kutoka mashinani mpaka county level, counties binafsi za Kitui, Machakos na Makueni. Ndio kila county ifanye validation ama ikubaliane na ile fikira za mwanzo framework tumetoa hapa leo, na zile fikira za watu kutoka ground mashinani, mahustlers wenyewe. Tukimaliza hiyo, sasa tutakuwa na mkutano mwingine kubwa kama huu, ile itaunganisha hizi counties 3, ndio tufanye consolidation ya South Eastern Economic Blueprint. Na hiyo blueprint ndio tutapiga sahihi na His Excellency the Deputy President, ambaye ndio candidate wetu wa UDA akigombea kiti cha urais. Na hiyo contract ni ya Deputy President binafsi na watu wa Ukambani wote, ambao sisi wale tunatafuta viti na viongozi wengine mbalimbali. Tutakuwa tunaenda kutembelea rais wetu mtarajiwa, kwa sababu tunajua tutamchagua. Kila mwaka tumuulize, Bwana Rais, hii mambo yetu ya Ukambani umefika wapi? Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio framework ya bottom up, na hiyo ndio tumekubaliana hapa. Na Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, asante sana kwa kupatia hiyo nafasi watu wa Ukambani, na tunajua vile tumejipanga na wewe, pia wewe utatusaidia region yetu iende mbele. Wenzangu, asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki sana, na murudi vyema mahali mnarudi. Thank you very much.
Ambil msate maikara foto. Tulianza.
Si mimi nilikuja.